and contents that we do have, that I do have on the other platforms, if you like. And we'll go on from there. And it's like right now, the energy, I don't know, it's like I went from, I mean, I'm still in a good mood, but it's just one of those like, I'm not feeling drained, but it's one of those where you're finally feeling relief, and it's like, now I feel like I can sleep. Like I can, it's like a relief. Let me put it that way. And you know how like you finally get that full relief of just knowing like I ain't got to deal with this no more. I ain't got to deal with other people's nonsense. I don't. It's like none of that, right? And it was like I'm just scrolling on my TikToks, whatever, uploading my stuff, and something was just like, you know what, Sharita? Eventually, with all this situation, and eventually with certain court cases, you got to know that as these days go, regardless, eventually they're gonna have to subpoena you. You know what I mean? And with that, it's gonna be a lot of these people that did some nonsense, but yet you're gonna have to realize in the end they need your alibi. Can they vouch for me? They could say that I wasn't here and I was here with them, and I didn't. Don't count on none of that. For somebody in certain situations, don't ever allow people to try to reel you back in, love bomb you, because you got to realize when you do good to people and people know like they a good person, like they word is solid, they word is gold. And I can clearly hear somebody saying like, yeah, if we have them come on in, I know we fuck them over, but they got a good heart or whatever. Let's see if we can sweeten them up or whatever and be nice to them. We'll throw them a little something, and that can probably like lessen our time or help us get off on this stuff. But it's like some people hate when your shine out, shine they shine. Sometimes it be people, like I said, in my situation where I've always experienced, where people would love to throw the shade. Like what I say, when I have to talk about that little girl, Kiko Chapman, whatever she call herself on social medias these days. She been the main one outside of her mama wanted to hide and duck off like, oh, she ain't gonna know it's been us the whole time. I been fucking knew. It's just like I really just don't care. But it's like eventually with the situation, you gotta understand. However many times people gonna call your name to DCF, CYS, whatever it is in those systems. However many times they're gonna be calling these police departments. How many times that they're gonna keep, reporting, saying that you do this or you did that or you said this, you said that. Eventually they're gonna have to call you in, right? Now, considering what it is that they collect in the meantime, you got to realize I look at the whole situation. I'm going to remember everybody who did me wrong and dirty. Don't think or feel that I owe you any type of loyalty. Friend, foe, relative, cousins, mama, granny. I owe none of these people loyalty, because what was the loyalty when I needed those people to be there for me? You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't care. Oh, well, that's the parent of your. I don't care what loyalty did that person give me. All I know is that they caused a lot of hell. All I know is that I'm gonna tell the truth, nothing but the truth, all the hardcore truth. So help me to the Most High Creator, Lord Jesus, Yahweh, Buddha, Hoodoo, Voodoo, whoever I have to say it to. It's gonna be the truth. I'm not giving no word and hey, can you put in this word? I ain't putting in no type of word for nobody. Cause I'm gonna have to remember for everybody that did me wrong, right? Right. And then like some people don't realize that. I appreciate, all the archangel Michael's coming in. I appreciate justice is justice, however it is that you get it. Because it's gonna be some of these people that's gonna get caught up in the pen. And baby, well, what is it that they use? Locks and metals and socks and rocks and soaps and stuff like that. It seems like it's about to be a sock party for some of these people. Desire to know the acquisition of your wisdom. These people trying, how does she know what she know? And who's she talking to? Well, y'all done hacked the phone so fucking much, and clearly ain't nobody talking to me. Clearly ain't nobody been calling me. Clearly I don't talk to nobody but my goddamn self and the Most High. So now you have to accept the fact like, dang, she don't talk to nobody. Y'all stop calls from coming in. And then it's like, oh, I pity the fool. Is she gonna be the fool? No, you wanted to create this. You want me to not have love. You didn't want people to be here, right? So you gotta, like, a lot of people will have to sit there and eat up the fact, like, the facts are the facts of the situation. You got to realize, if you gonna treat a person, it's like a lot of people don't realize at the end of the day, the same people that you treat shitty and you do dirty shit to them end up be the same people that they need at the end of the day. Like, damn, that person's alibi would be solid to get me off so I don't serve life. Shit, I don't care if you serve life, lose your life, it ain't got nothing to do with it. Because everyone, I have to remember in this whole situation, regardless of who it is, from right now to even for the fucking people surrounding me right now, I gotta remember every person that turned their head, act like they ain't hear me, didn't see me, you didn't want to, converse. If I spoke, you didn't speak. I gotta remember every time I said bless you, you said fuck you. I gotta remember every person that, oh, you remember when I was starving and eating. I gotta remember every time that I knew that they were sitting there laughing behind my back. I gotta remember all that. But I also going to remember the truth and the facts and how the situation played out. I'm going to always remember, oh, you remember when you had me in the car and you went over here to go do this, but you forgot that I did see you talk to this person and this person. Yeah, like, I'm telling nothing but the truth, but the hardcore truth. But we want to think it was funny. We can play with telepathy. We're going to play with their energy. We're going to play with their mind. We're going to make sure that they feel like don't nobody know, like, men be acting like, oh, she ain't gonna know I had a baby on it. It was just like, I don't give a shit. Like, is that supposed to hurt my feelings? That's your responsibility. It ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, we can't be friends. We can't speak. Like, it's a lot of people that I know at the fact that they gotta make fake profiles to create false conversations that I'm not gonna have. I won't. I ain't see no money in my account, so what conversation am I having with you? You know what I'm saying? Samuel, like right now, Archangel Michael, Archangel Samuel, been my biggest ones. Gabriel, when he come through, that means he revealing the sins, the secrets, and how it's done. And how I revealed last night how the business is ran, that's how the business is ran. And how it was ran typically through the VA, SSVF, transitional housing, anybody that was sitting there and I was looking to learn to go ahead and get my trade in, and y'all wanted to go ahead and make a toxic environment, you wanted to give me hell, you want to create issues, cool, let's talk about it. But make sure I'm going to talk about it in a foot of court. I'm not interested in dating nobody, talking to nobody. My situation's still messed up, but I'm honest about it. But I'm not sitting here going to, be a butthole to somebody. Oh, we're going to do throat chakra work on her to keep her to shut up. No, no, no. The facts are the facts. But I got to also remember is all these people that had access to me that I would give a chance and opportunity to speak up. But then it's like, okay, well, the fact that I see that you popping up as people I may know, watching the profile, watching the page and stuff like that, and don't want to say nothing, it's all cool with me. I got to remember every time that I did reach out to some of these people and ask for help and shit, even the help wasn't for me, it was for the kids, and you couldn't even do it for my kids, why should I care about you and yours? Fair is fair. Justice is just us. You see what I'm saying? That's why I'm like sitting here like I'm chilling. My time will come, and when my time come, it's just gonna be, oh, we're gonna keep trying to press this so this person don't show up. But you made the court case based off the person, so the person who you making the allegations against eventually has to show up. That person don't show up, they gonna know you set it up. And that what King Von said, when I die. But if I die, I know it was a setup. You see what I'm saying? It ain't no mincing the words. But then at the same time, don't nobody go this motherfucker hard. For me, in my situation, in my experience, it's about money, cuz. It's about money and knowing the truth. That's it. In my world, that's the existence of anything that's ever happened, occurred, or went on. It was due to the simple fact, because I spoke the truth, nothing but the truth. I ain't gonna candy coat it. I ain't fit to sugar coat it. I'm not fit to play pop goes the motherfucker weasel. I ain't fit to pussyfoot around it. You gonna know exactly. Let's get direct to the point. Other people want to play around and, oh, this is not what it was. It is what it is. You did what you did. Stand on big business and own it. You remember, y'all thought I was better. You was better then. You had your nose in the air. It was cool to go ahead to listen to what everybody else said versus what it is that you was experiencing, right? But then when people get hit with that judgment, it's like, do that Heisman on that house. I don't want to hear that shit no more. And it's like, now that I'm at that point, it's like, bro, I'm tired. I'm honestly not in that energy or in that feeling of wanting to listen to nobody. Honestly, only thing I'm listening to what it is that you need, Your Honor. What's your question? Can we expedite this shit a little bit quickly? Please make your questions quick, valid, and precise. Make sure that you're not attacking me. Make sure we get to the question that it is that you need. Because we're not going to use Shirley's theory or anything, because this is not a debate. This is not an argument. I just want to make sure that you have the facts. Because I'm not, you have the right when you understand, and even if they question you and you don't want to ask it, you don't even have to say, I plead the fifth. You're not asking a question in a way. And then if we're going to use mental health or the emotional state, well, Your Honor, since they going ahead and utilizing that it's my mental state or I have this emotional or incompetence, can whoever it is asking the question, you'll get more frustrated than it is than I would. I need you to elaborate on what that is. Can you give me the definition? May I have the dictionary on what it is exactly that you're questioning? I want to make sure that what you're saying and I'm articulating it in an effective way so I can answer your question in a most articulate and most accurate and factual way, so I can make sure that I'm giving you the facts and the truth of this matter. And some people forget that. Even sometimes the lawyers or certain judges on the board do forget that you do have a right to do that. And then sometimes they be like, get straight to it. That is a form of intimidation if you choosing to go ahead and answer a person like that. If we're doing a case based off of someone's mental or emotional state, and if we're going to base it off of a mental or emotional state, and you're using my VA records, basically how you're going to be choosing to question me and considering if you're going to use the diagnosis in that schizoaffective. Honestly and truthfully, I'm not even allowed to be on the stand with that type of diagnosis. So that judge, that attorney, and all parties involved already know the case is dismissed. If not, it will be acquitted. If not, all of those involved, I will have a right to have a countersuit on the judge, the lawyers, and whoever took the case and filed the case without my presence or without my acknowledgement knowing. So if we're going to utilize the law, let's utilize the law of competency when you're trying to utilize to make someone seem incompetent, and you're using that to go ahead and use financial gain. Also, those who are involved, relative, friends, family, or whoever that are involved, that you structuralize this court case to utilize up against a person. And when you're utilizing that against a person and you're going forward to use this towards intellectual per se in this situation, which I can choose to do pro se, or I can choose that somebody can come in who's actually has honor and integrity, because clearly all on the board has zero integrity, because all you seen was the money and you wanted to avoid the abuse of system, abuse of the mental health, and abuse of invasion of privacy, of HIPAA violation on top of that, which means who has the copy of this, and did I ever consent or give her permission via email, writing, and most of the time anybody giving you paperwork on anyone's mental health, whether if that was emailed to that person, Veronica and Sheila, which were the only one. Regina looked to have access. George Gregory Williams, or whatever his name is, chose to do that. And that means other people from the Veterans Affairs facility or department were the only ones to release that, on top of that transitional housing. So if we're going to do that, but also who had asked if they can go ahead and get into the record to submit something was also, shall we say, Dr. Eileen Diaz from Affinity Academy, who had access to do that for certain things. So now if we're going to go ahead and do this, we know we're still in violation regardless of what it is, because I only had authority to do that verbally for that one time. Anything after that case, you know, that's an issue, right? Judgment, right? But now You got to understand, in all of this situation of all party, of anybody involved, anybody that put their name, signature, put information on that docket, including anyone from sheriff, police, EMT, hospital, emergency room of any of the sorts, and you did not speak to me to have that conversation to say that I verbally agreed or say that all my information could be released, because even if a person is considered incompetent, they still have to have agreement and they must be in the room or in presence of the person. Anyone of law or anyone of any stature of this situation should know that, right? Right. So this is also not only a violation of that part. If there is picture of me undressed in nudity, people watching me undressing. Also, if there's pictures on OnlyFans, Backpage, Twitter, or of any sort, and you guys have tweeted and tried to subliminally, undercoverly, indirectly, but the whole crew can be directed to what you're doing, or meaning using videos of me to artificially speak on those things. Do you not know how many lawsuits that you already gained and how many federal laws you already have violated also as a judge, lawyer, police, or anybody in those statutes? At that point, those who are even volunteers, firefighters, EMTs, ambulance drivers, they have forfeited that right of that protective class of not being invited to come to the jury or let alone be called to the stand. You understand that, right? You should understand that in the court of law. So all parties involved included anyone that was part of con romancing, and I've named them all before. I have zero problem pinpointing who, where, when, same sex, different genders, baby mamas, homes, addresses. I have zero problem with that. I owe none of these people loyalty whatsoever. Whether I have children with them or not. It's just part of the game, isn't it? Because if we're going to be strategic and we're going to use, art of war and all this other nonsense, Nietzsche's theory, we're going to use some of Hitler's old books that he did read in this situation, because someone is doing that. So someone must be a psychologist or a psychiatrist with a PhD. Let alone at minor, it would be a master's. Nothing below that, right? Because what I'm seeing here, somebody is like, damn, right is right, wrong is wrong. So considering that this situation do occur, regardless of what it is, and me being able to elaborately explain how you do what it is that you do, whether you utilize the church and whether you utilize these people who were surrounding me, you are allowing me to break down elaborately how they were able to do this in such a, to y'all, it's intricate way, and to me it's just a common day-to-day that happens every day in the hood. Excuse me. And what was it, what they say when they did the interview with Cat Williams? Well, who unalived Nipsey Hussle? It was a bunch of nobodies, but it's always a nobody doing nobody's work, right? But usually the nobody is a somebody, but if you just ask the right body, you will be able to break down even more cases for over 20 years, correct? I'm 1,000,000,000% sure that half the people that had got involved in it, and if we have to go through, whether they were sheriffs, whether they're police officers, doctors, lawyers, nurses, work in hospitals, nursing homes, facilities, days in, hotels, you name it. I'm 1,000,000,000% sure if I had the right type of agents on the panel, I can tell you, I need you to go ahead and do a thorough background check. And in the thorough background check, we're going to look at what were certain ones before they got their certain degrees, what flagged them to be able to be in the position that they are in. Especially RNs, Anyone that usually become an RN or a nurse practitioner, I promise you, you can go back to their records, and when you do thorough search on them, and most of them, whether they choose to be phlebotomists, laboratories, clinicals, chemists, you name it, I can promise you, if you go ahead and look at certain ones of their records, some of them had records before they did that, and if they went via voc schools, like vocational schools, oh, trust and believe me, they had some kind of fucking record. Whether it was drugs they sometimes overlook, just depending on, were you the dealer, were you the supplier, were you the one that was receiving, some of these motherfuckers got that on there. Some of them, you're just only looking at particular states that they only told you of. Oh, I only lived in Oklahoma and Florida and Georgia before, but you didn't take a look at Kentucky, Ohio, California, did you? Did you look at Texas real quick? Did you check out Arizona or New Mexico for these motherfuckers? Some of them got court cases in New York, New Jersey, and in Connecticut and shit. But I'm pretty sure if we do our thorough investigations, I'm pretty sure a lot of motherfuckers that sitting here running their motherfucking mouth, they will be sitting there, I don't even want to play this part no more. So it's a lot of them that had heart and bravery and wanted to utilize their ovaries and cojones in this shit. But I'm pretty sure if we start digging up in they shit, a lot of this motherfuckers will start smelling like shit. And it ain't baby shit. It's that shit where you don't even want to smell that shit. They take a shit in a bathroom and you can smell that shit outside type shit. Where they working around trying to sing that damn song like they fucking outcasts and shit. I know you think your shit don't stink, but lean a little bit closer. That shit really smell like boo-boo. And now it's, oh, I didn't think of it that way. I know, good thing they wasn't paying you to thinking, because most of you had to be trained or told, and some of them shit, they didn't even have to be provoked. They jumped on the fucking bandwagon, and if they was a different nationality to me, or some of them the same fucking nationality as me, they just got the complexion as me, because a lot of motherfuckers still trying to figure out, is you black? Is you Spanish? Is you Indian? What is you? It's for me to fucking know. It ain't for none of y'all to fucking find out, but I am who the fuck I am. And then one thing for sure, two things you for certain of, I ain't gonna be a fucking lie. I'm full of transparency, something that none of you motherfuckers got in you. We're gonna embarrass. You can't be embarrassed. It requires you to be shamed. You have no shame. The only person that has shame is the devil. That's why they say, tell the truth, shame the devil. Because when you shame the devil tends to show his motherfucking horns. And usually the devil show his motherfucking horns by going ahead and want to cause you harm. Pay him with your soul. Blood for blood. Make it make sense. So a lot of you motherfuckers been showing your horns. You coming for my life, but you glorier than those? I'm 100% sure, whether man or woman that's involved in this bullshit, I'm pretty sure if they had to go lie to their spouse, I have to go to work. Well, shit, bright ideas. Let me help you out, spouse. You know where the fuck they work at, right? Go ahead and call the office. You have not, most of the offices have what you call it, digital recordings these days. Our office is only open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Well, that motherfucker left the house about 2 p.m. It seemed like it about 7:30. It don't seem like Carlos or Rico is at work right now. Federico told your ass he was at work. Well, Federico owned his own problem. Well, Federico do have a business, right? So I'm pretty sure he got it on Google, Yelp, online, TikTok, right? So pretty sure he got his business days and hours on that bitch, right? And clearly you ain't heard no emergency calls come in. Clearly, if his ass work for the hospital, police, or any other fucking law enforcement, anybody else know if you working for law enforcement, these motherfuckers ain't working on a weekend unless they getting paid them good old $100, $200 an hour or per day. And a lot of you motherfuckers ain't doing that shit. So some of you motherfuckers just wanted to overlook intentionally to not pay attention to the details. It's motherfuckers that know that they can help on this situation, and they know for a fact, like, the person or Sharita, she's really innocent, but these people I work with, they my friends, and I don't want to cause chaos in the workplace. Bitches, you there to make a friend, or worried about them not liking your ass, or you worried about doing what you fucking got a degree for and got the job for? I wouldn't give a fuck because I don't go to work to make friends. Even when I was in the fucking military, I really didn't give a shit about friends. But considering my chain of command didn't like it and made them uncomfortable in Fort Campbell, that they couldn't stand that PFC Ponce at that time, I didn't give a fuck about associating. I didn't give a fuck about going to the picnics and shit like that. I didn't give a fuck about being buddy. I just went because most of the time, hey, I'm ordering you to go. But fuck, I can't disobey the order. If Captain Summers said I had to go, or First Sergeant Nosworthy said I had to go, I had to show up. But most of the time, the agreement would be, I just need you to show up for like at least the 10 minutes. Cool, bet. I got you, Platoon Sergeant. I got you, First Sergeant. Sharita would literally show up for that 10, 20 minutes and I'm out. Unless it was formation, I was in that bitch and I was out. Half the motherfuckers that I even talked to was lucky that I even decided to talk to, because I really fucking hate human interaction because of shit like of this. I wouldn't be in none of this shit, and that's why I say full accountability. That last situation, and I'm going to say his motherfucking name, Joshua Michael Gonzalez Gomez, that shit was on me. When I already knew I shouldn't have been fucking with his ass, because I know he was the reason why I got assaulted that last time and recorded that shit, because he was in his motherfucking feelings. Still to this day, and then still showed up to the fucking hospital with my son. How much disrespect and a slap in the face could you get, and you still show somebody fucking love even between them? And then his damn fuck ass mama, Marie Hicks, thinking I was a fucking problem. No, bitch, I was trying to heal your bitch ass son. I was taking care of a grown-ass man and teaching him how to be a fucking man, let alone be somebody's fucking child. And all I got was disrespect. And the bitch played hot and cold, and all he had to do was keep it real. So if his bitch ass get locked up or end up gone or unalive, then ain't got shit to do with me. Karma's a bitch. Because he know, and anybody else know involved, I would not ever do it to nobody. Because I could do it, and I knew I had too much authority over half the motherfuckers that did it. Down to Sandra Lee fucking Rivera, Tori Ann, Lopez, and all the rest of y'all motherfuckers. Y'all not know that I already knew y'all weaknesses, and most of y'all motherfuckers was insecure when I was meeting you. Oh, I'm struggling to lose weight. Oh, I don't know about my husband. A lot of you motherfuckers was too easy to sit here and tell me your sins in secret about your husband's not giving a shit about you. Well, bitch, just step into your prom and do a little bit better. And you didn't know how to take the fucking advice to do better, and then you get mad at me and be bitter? The audacity. Did you forget that you was a call girl before you was the one sitting there owning the fucking affinity salon? Did some of y'all fucking forget that, hey, you had to hustle and bustle to get where the fuck you was? I wasn't tripping because shit, you gotta eat, you needed the cash, but shit, if I was in a situation, I still would want to let you know. Karma will hit your ass one way or another. That's why Carla Lynette Dawkins and Kiara Latrice thinking they was getting away. That's why when Miss Tracy hit me, yeah, he met a nice girl on the west side. Shit. Her not knowing, shit, the little nice girl was the one motherfucker that's a relative to me. That was Carla, Sheila, Shane's, and the rest of the crew set up for you, unbeknownst to you, that they were setting you up to make sure that they still had control over you, Miss Tracy McKay. It's just the name of the game, and now some of y'all sitting here looking, sitting back like, God damn. Damn, they really did. The shit, Yvonne and everybody else, they sitting there like, God damn, Carla did. Shit, you gotta remember, Rachel Hooser, when that bitch came around me, she was a, what you call it, Abercrombie, Hollister, with polo collar shirts. And then all of a sudden, now you want to walk around be like it's a hot girl summer. You want to get flued out. Bitch, you was one proper speaking girl ready to go ahead and do the right thing in your fucking life. You start kicking it with Kiara punk ass, and Kiara punk ass didn't even like you. Because it took Carla to convince her, like, well, shit, I'm friends with her sister, so I need you to do it. Carla and Kiara been the duo. Courtney been the outcast, but Courtney, they knew they could drag Courtney Deion Chapman right along with the bullshit. Courtney didn't give a fuck as long as you fuck off and give her what it is that she needed. But then as soon as you created a problem, now you got a problem. Courtney been thinking she's stupid, but then she don't even sit there and look at her damn baby. Samaria, that was my little baby boo. Keyword was. Because I can't give a shit about nobody fucking kids that don't give a shit about their own kids. Most of the time I do this shit for the motherfucking kids. And then for them to create and how they choose to brainwash kids. Do you not know people that got control over certain kids be the main ones that go ahead and brainwash them motherfuckers? Sheila, Carla, and the rest of them were the main ones to get my kids caught up in the shit and came back to be the superheroes to save them. That is a form of abuse and a form of being heroism, and which is a form of reverse psychology, which also creates brainwashing. So some of y'all motherfuckers so tight and close knit with your motherfucking families who cause the fucking intentional abuse to you. Most of the time, men that end up fucking around or be trapped in the fucking closet, I guarantee their mamas allowed them to start fucking around the time they was between 10 and 14 years old. And most of the time, the people that they end up doing, it'll be they between the 10 and 14, sometime up to 16 years old. And they have them fucking on women that's between 25 and 30 fucking years old. And guess what? Now you done turned out a little motherfucker. Now he a pedophile and he's sitting there messing with young girls and boys. Basic psychology. Not even your regular fucking psychologist with a fucking PhD and a degree. And right now they listening to me. She got a fucking point. And we do this for LGBT. LGBT is a fucking lifestyle. Quit trying to claim it. Oh, I was born gay. Bitch, wasn't nobody ever fucking born gay. You just end up taking on the DNA of your fucking fuck ass daddy who sit there and play like he's a fucking homophobe because he is a homo. I'm scared to come out to my family. What the fuck you scared to come out to them? They like the same shit you like too. That's why I'm okay if you're that way. I'm okay if you're gay. Because finally they can live vicariously through you, idiots. Depending on if the mama still allowed the husband to touch on your siblings, your mama was touched by her daddy or her mama. Basic fucking psychology. That's why I'm real fucking respected, because most of them didn't know how to properly diagnose me, and when they did decide she is neurodivergent. Dissociation is an easy go-to because I don't like the feeling of human contact because I can feel y'all bitch ass feelings. It's annoying. Can she handle herself on the stand? Yes, the fuck I can, but is the question relevant? Your Honor, is the question relevant? And if we're going to use a mental health case in this situation, my questions don't have to be answered to a fucking bitch ass attorney. My question can go to the judge itself. You realize that, right? Justice, right? That's what the fuck they call it. You want me to be sad? No, the most you can do is piss me the fuck off. But I know my rights and parts as the constitutions, statutes, and depending on the law, because Florida's fucking laws tends to be a little bit fucking lax in certain areas. And the fact that you're choosing to utilize fucking mental health, it seems like I have more of a leg up in this bitch ass situation. Because in this situation, my only position is having to talk to is the judge. Not the attorneys, not who made the case. And those who made the cases, I'm 1,000,000,000% sure they're going to have to ask me, do you know this person? I know of them. I know that that person was paid to be around me. Because if it's anybody that I slept with, laid up with, or end up being abused to have children from these motherfuckers, they were paid to be there. And that's going to be my fucking answer. Final answer. Factual answer. And you not know how much prison time you can get for that? Because that's a part of fraud. That's a part of abuse. And that do put you on a registry. You realize that, right? So half the people involved in this situation don't think we talking about it, because what the fuck we talking about? You did what you did. It is what it is. Stand on big business. Why you want to apologize? Why you even want to play with telepathy at this point? Don't wish on me what's already coming back to you. That's why I'm not worried about return to sender. I'm not worried about having to send no evil eye. All I know is I'm speaking my truth. It's story time. Look alive, look alive. Because I ain't telling no lie. So using mental or emotional stability, I can pretty much reassure you, whether they choose to look through and review within the last 2 to 3 years of my videos as they wait to prolong this situation, I'm 1,000% sure a lot of shit that I'm saying is consistent. A lot of this shit, even if you used it in the court of law, is still consistent and it still incriminates all of you. Because the most of it that they gonna say, she's speaking the truth. And what it is that y'all trying to paint the picture is inconsistencies, even if y'all even came up together to work together to make a story seem like it's truthful. I'm gonna attack them because they messed up. Motherfucker, if you just wanted to be gay, be gay. Because half the damn niggas that I was with anyway, y'all like men. So stay the fuck out of my face anyway. What do I want to talk to you about? Nothing. Because it's going to seem a little bitchy and it's going to seem a little bit fucking feminine. And I'm feeling some type of way towards women anyway. Half the bitches are insecure. And I don't like dealing with insecure ass fucking females. Either you're going to be secure within yourself and be able to have an adult conversation, or don't have it at all. And the fact of the matter is, a lot of you are not able to do that because you're showing that inconsistency and you're showing more of your insecurities. And it shows a basic pattern, whether it's here on my TikTok, and then the fact that you hijacked Instagram, Facebook, and I don't even use those fucking things. Which makes it more beautiful in that whole situation to me, honestly. Oh shit, I'm not dating. My money ain't right. I ain't got a car, and I don't like the fucking community. I fucking hate it here in fucking Melbourne. I hate it here. I don't like the neighbors. I don't like any fucking thing that's surrounding me at this time, because apparently they showed they natural fucking ass. And like I said, that attack from a few days ago, within almost a week ago, that's enough for me to sit there to know not to fuck with nobody around this bitch. So if I did snap on the motherfuckers, I got grounds and a right to. I don't give a fuck if the motherfucking 4746 car bitch ass chose to speak the fuck up. He's better off staying shut the fuck up at this point. Because he decided to turn his fucking cheek when something was going on. That's a disrespect and a disgrace to your badge. And you want to carry on because, hey, they fucked off and gave me some money, and then this and then that. I ain't make a threat. I can make you a promise that I can go ahead and make sure that you look guilty than a motherfucker. Keep talking your shit, but you can talk your shit through the wall, but you won't say that shit to my face. Which I can appreciate. Keep your female tendencies to yourself as a grown-ass man. At least I'm grateful that you're finally tapping into your feminine quality. It's appreciated. Because we want to use juice. We want to use this. We're going to juice. Yeah, and juice, that's Tennessee right there. That's Clarksville right there. Juice, Day, then that baby's grandkids. So Clarksville, Tennessee in the building. Because apparently I can't be too fucking mental if I'm right on the money with everything that I'm saying. Because the only thing that you can do is talk all that fucking rah-rah from a distance. And y'all know the calmer that I am, you don't know which way I'm coming. So I ain't really fucking tripping on none of that shit. Talk to me nice. Because how I'm asking the ancestors, a life for a life. Because I guarantee y'all ain't tell these motherfuckers y'all took my baby's life. Y'all took the baby's life that I carried in a womb. You are abusing my daughters every time that they further from me. You're abusing the system and medical systems on my disabled son, Marcus. Manipulated Adrian and Ayana. So yeah, I'm disturbing the peace. But at least I raised hell on earth about mine. Because I know I can't set these motherfucking hands on you. And though I load a fucking clip on a lot of you motherfuckers and you deserve it, I'm pretty sure karma can eat y'all asses up way better than I could. And a lot of you motherfuckers got more enemies than to be concerned about me. And when God said forgive them for what the fuck they don't know, I gotta forgive y'all whole asses for it. But I know better. If I ever did decide to fucking have family, want to do relationships, that shit, y'all would never fucking know it. You would never know it. I don't give a fuck that that man gonna respect the facts, sir. I don't give a fuck about your mama, none of that. Yeah, we got kids, but I don't want them around there. And if he can't respect it, then motherfucker move on for the next motherfucker to be here that's gonna respect my wishes. And if he can't respect it, baby, you will be rejected. Because the trick off is only about $40, $50 these days. What a marvelous God I serve. The exalted God, the invocable God, the external God, the kindest God, giver of all, the omniscience, the God the sun praise, the God of hidden in darkness. The vivifying gods to relieve and redeem those. Vengeance is mine, says the Lord, and I know I will get mine. I will get mine. Evil iron speaking ill on somebody, and you ain't even have the audacity to talk to them. Shit, at least I'm gonna talk shit about you to your face. I don't like doing that shit. Talk about you behind your back. Did you say that? And I did. Why you say that? I said what I said. It is what it is. Archangel Gabriel is in the building to go ahead and reveal that. I ain't reconciling with nobody that don't even know how to fucking redeem themselves. Half of them sit here talking about shit. I don't see none of these motherfuckers as men. Because a real man ain't gonna let no fucking real woman go through this shit. How the fuck you have kids and God allowed y'all asses to fucking procreate? I don't fucking know. Y'all don't deserve to have no motherfucking kids. And all you doing is cursing your own kids and your whole fucking bloodline. They kids, and they kids. How long did you participate in this? For every year, go ahead and add 10 to it. For every day that you do it, times that by 10 for the year. You did it for 7 days, now you're getting 70 years. At least that's what I know how my ancestors work. I know my worth. If you wanted me to feel like I was less than, I don't know my value, I don't know my worth. Like I didn't have confidence. No, the thing of it was Sharita was dimming her light to make some of y'all motherfuckers feel comfortable. I don't give a fuck if it was Tamisha Pierce or anybody. I dim my light to let a lot of you motherfuckers feel comfortable. Overstand that. I was allowing y'all motherfuckers to shine. Know the fucking difference. That's what a friend would do. It was not ever the fucking other way around. And if I did ever fucking admire you, I quickly understood why I didn't admire y'all motherfuckers in the first place. I was once blind. Now I can motherfucking see. And ain't nobody ever fit to get me like that ever again. I swear to me. Because I ain't got to make a promise to not one motherfucking soul but my own, and to the creator who allowed me to breathe, open my eyes every fucking day. I promise you I won't ever let no motherfucking man put asunder on me. And you can call me mean, because that's what the fuck I'm about to be to a lot of you motherfuckers. Mean than a motherfucker. You ain't never met a mean motherfucker like me. And then if you was calling me mean and hateful, I can show you exactly what the fuck it looked like, though. Talk to me nice, treat me nicely, and I'll treat you kindly. But you get real disrespectful and out of fucking pocket, I'm going to show you hate. A lot of motherfuckers be thinking you know hate. I will teach you better than you know. Do you want my devil or you want my angel? I have balance. And a lot of you motherfuckers love to see my evil. I can bruise and break down the strongest man fucking ego. I promise you, narcissism ain't got shit. Because any narcissist is a hate to fucking see me coming. I love love, but I hate love at the same motherfucking time. But y'all used to talk about you ain't getting $1 out of me. Y'all won't be getting love out of me no more. Because I really want to dog a lot of y'all motherfuckers. Shit. Don't put me in, coach. I'm the creator and the inventor of that shit. It took a long time, but I ain't fit to backtrack on who I used to be. Y'all won't have, oh, she's grandiose. Bitch, ain't nobody grandiose. Good diagnosis, but ain't shit grandiose about me. I'm just confident and know within myself of what I am capable of. There's a difference of being grandiose and knowing what you're capable of, because even a liar won't even admit what it is that they're capable of. So hello to the psychiatrist or the psychologist who's trying to do a video diagnosis, which is a false thing to actually fucking do, because you actually have to meet the person face to face. You don't get to do that based on a case, and you never brought the person in to have verbal, physical contact with. So you even have most of those diagnoses of people who hasn't talked to me. Winisky was the only one, but I only saw him two or three times while inside at the Sheridan, Wyoming. Carry on. A lot of you motherfuckers fit to face judgment in hell on earth. You want to create hell on earth for somebody? It's time for y'all to get that right on back. I don't know if she's going to see this. And if they going to know it's me, people from the fucking music industry, motherfuckers having dreams about, is this happening? Do they got this going on? I need to know. I want to know. I want to make it right, man. Fuck that. All that shit's an opportunity out the window. Well, I'll pull up and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And make your point valid. Because the only thing I'm going to say, can you hurry up and get to the point? Because like I said, I'll allow you to speak. But if I stay quiet and I don't answer, it's my right? Because y'all sitting over here building up shit based off a lie from a teacher who I don't know. But you still want to hire a hitman next door? You want to snake me, lie to me, treat me cold, leave me out in the cold, but snake me at the same time, Nicole? Come on, motherfuckers. You got to be a little bit fucking better and slicker than that, but that's kind of fucked up. Oh, I'm a love bomb him real quick. I'm just going to see if I got that little thing. Okay, go ahead. I want that good thing back. She like me. She feeding for me nightly. But motherfuckers want to burn you. Knowing damn well I wouldn't even do no shit like this. But I'm going to let y'all be. That's crazy for me to see this shit even on the cards, and for y'all to have this fucking word on the street is shawty don't give a shit about this, man. Everybody quick to listen to what the next motherfucker say. Why don't you listen for your own fucking self? Why don't you ask the person for yourself? Because listening to every fucking body else is not good for your health. But today it seems like it's a bad day. Bitch, every day is a great day for me. So don't ever get it misfucking-construed. Ask for yourself versus sitting here trying to make an assumption. Because what is assumption? ASSUMPTIONS. You make an ass out of yourself when you make assumptions.